Is there no one else?
No.
Is there no one else?
Midgame Life Crisis, we are back, boys and girls. Listen, the Odyssey trailer came out a while ago, but there's a lot of rumors around this production, and there's a bunch of stuff that bother me and you, I know.
Yeah.
First of all, just on a technical level, I feel like the trailer itself is a bit flat. The tempo is a bit off for me. Someone who edits a lot lately. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't put my finger on it. It just feels a bit flat for such an epic production. And if you compare it to something like Dune 3, it's night and day when it comes to the editing. And those are both extremely epic, huge movies that are coming out later this year. So that's the first thing. But that's not that could be just bad editing. It doesn't say much about the movie. We have an issue, first of all, with the language that is being used in the movie. The contemporary language, like Daddy's coming home.
Yeah, the modern language.
My dad is coming home.
What is that?
This is a timepiece. This is describing the Iliad. Like, it's ancient Greece.
Yeah, and you have like characters talking with their like normal fucking accent, using normal everyday words that you see on TikTok. Like, what?
Why?
Let's go!
The movie is supposed to show a period. Can't it be periodically accurate?
I don't know. Well, apparently, this is not a rumor. This is confirmed by Christopher Nolan himself. This is an adaptation of Homer's Odyssey, but not the exact adaptation of the Odyssey, the original Homer's Odyssey, but rather a modern adaptation that came out in 2017 by Emily Wilson.
Translation.
Like,
a translation and adaptation, yeah.
Yes, she made a modern translation of the original Odyssey, and it has a much more, exactly like you said, modern language, and it has more like a feminist-centric approach, and it's not very different, but the vibe is different from the original Odyssey. Let's just say that.
As I understood, it just shifts the focus differently on some characters, and she also highlights some things that she thinks that shouldn't have been highlighted originally.
Yeah. And in that fucking adaptation, it says that Odysseus is like a complicated man. He's not like this extremely heroic like adventure man. He's like this more, and you can see it in the trailer. It's a much like older, a bit weathered, like Odysseus who's been through some shit.
Yeah, but it's like this is looking at things without context.
Right.
Homer, or Homeros, he was writing romantically, yeah? This is his point, this is the way of his writing. Romantically.
It's supposed to be a mythological... These are mythological characters.
Yeah, mythological romances, yeah?
Yeah.
So of course he's going to idealize Odysseus as someone who is torn by missing his wife and family, and that the things that are keeping him wanting to come home is his duty to his people and his family, yeah?
Yeah.
Because these are ideals that they wanted to push at his fucking time.
Yes, exactly. And another worrying... First of all, I'm sorry, guys. Tell us down below, what do you think about the casting of Lupita Nyong'o, I think is the name. I probably slaughtered that name. I apologize. She's an Oscar-winning actress, all right? And she's a good actress. I've seen her in plenty of movies.
And very attractive. She's
she's
gorgeous.
a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Does she look like the most, like, considered to be one of the most beautiful women in the history at that time of Greek and Athens and all those areas?
Her beauty was famed across the world, according to the story. Yeah, and the war broke for her.
Exactly. Nations went to war over her beauty, basically. And I'm sorry, Lupita is a very good actress. I'm not buying her as Helen of Troy. And can we not avoid the fact that her color is not exactly... it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that she's a black woman. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here.
Sure, go ahead.
She's an actress. She's playing a role. And as long as the role is not very railroaded, okay, into looking like a very specific typecast, I don't think that her skin color or whatever should matter. Personally, I can live with her casting, unlike some rumors, okay, and I can't underline this enough. Rumors,
Yes.
okay? It
Yes,
is
rumors.
confirmed that Elliot Page is going to be in the cast of the movie. It is not confirmed what role he is playing, alright? But it is rumored that he is supposed to play Achilles.
Yeah, those are the rumors.
Achilles is the most famous Greek warrior of the time, according to the legend, to Homeros's story. Okay, he's demi-mythical. His mother is a sea nymph, one of the 50 of the daughters of some god. Okay, he has like God's bloodline. He's supposed to be honed for battle and being played by an actor that is skinny and boyish looking does not fit the role.
Not just skinny, small, tiny, zero muscle mass.
Shit.
Okay, Brad's armor isn't gonna work. Who thought this was a good idea? Fuck!
Exactly. That doesn't fit the role at all. It doesn't portray the character in any way that it should be portrayed. And that is something that should not be in the movie.
Yeah, we don't know if it's going to be in the movies or not.
No, but
we don't.
come.
By the way, to be exact, the rumors are that he's going to play the ghost of Achilles, because this is apparently happens after Achilles dies.
Well,
so
he does die in Troy.
yes, exactly. But again, we're talking about a character so legendary that even to this day we use the word Achilles tendon, right?
Yeah.
We,
Achilles
it's a
tendon,
word-
Achilles heel, yeah.
Exactly, because that was his only weak spot. That was the spot that killed him, that led to him being killed. That's how famous this dude is. And you're telling me that Elliot Page is going to play him in a memory scene or a flashback scene or whatever, or maybe him visiting one of the characters, one of the main characters, right, in a dream or some shit, or in a illusion. I don't know what it is. How do you go from Brad Pitt in the fucking peak prime of his physicality, like he looked like a fucking god in that fucking movie, bro. You can tell he put countless hours into the gym and into sword fighting. He does a lot of the stunts there by his own.
Yeah.
Also, Eric Bana, who plays Hector.
Yeah.
Both of them put a lot of time and effort into the fighting, into the sword
And
fighting,
the movements to make
And
it look like it's real.
Yes, and they look like the characters they portray. If you follow the mythology, and if you're telling me that we are actually going from peak Brad Pitt to Elliot Page, bruh. I'm sorry. I don't care how modern the interpretation is. Some things just don't work, bro, and that's one of them.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't mind the casting of Helen.
I do mind that. She's not beautiful enough. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's your opinion. They're saying they're gonna focus more on Penelope. That's okay with me. The whole part of Penelope is very interesting, and you can highlight, what a strong woman she is, and this is great. I'm okay for that. I'm okay with that.
Sure. I'm okay with that as well. That's not a problem.
But the actor needs to look the part.
So my claim is that Lupita does not look the part. I'm sorry, there are many more beautiful. If you wanna cast a black woman, sure, go ahead. Even though it doesn't make sense in the region and in the history of that time that Homer wrote that story, doesn't matter. You can do it as long as the actress does a good job, and she is a very good actress. So I know that on the acting front, she can easily do this part. But when it comes to the look part, like you said, when it comes to, I'm sorry, that's now how I imagine one of the most beautiful women in the world. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care that she's the color of her skin. I'm sorry. I care about the fact that there are many other black women who are much more beautiful and regal that you could have cast in this role. Why? I don't know. It feels like.
But the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
That's true, but still, bro, come on.
So that's fine. She at least fits the typecast of the character, okay? She's a woman, she's good looking, and this is the type of the character.
Sure, I'll give you
Casting a boyish looking person to play the most iconic, famous Greek warrior of the time is weird.
Yeah, Even if it's only the ghost, so-called, of it.
Doesn't matter. He represents Achilles.
Yeah. Can we just mention again the modern language?
Language.
That bothers me. Basically, you have Spider-Man telling Batman that his daddy is gonna come back and beat him up. That's basically what you have in that scene, bro. It's the actor who plays Spider-Man, and it's the actor who plays Batman, by the way. And there's a new Batman with this actor coming out soon. So yeah, it's kind of fun if you think about it, bro. Anyways, guys, let us know below if you agree with us, disagree with us. We feel, even if we don't agree on everything, we feel that there are some red flags about this production. And from what the trailer, some stuff works, some stuff don't. I'm not so happy about the design of the Cyclops. They seem a bit... I don't like the giants with the armor.
Yeah,
everything
that full-clad armor in the Bronze Age. What?
In the Bronze Age, yeah. Everything seems a bit off for me about it. I'm not just saying this to be controversial.
Next thing you know, there's gonna be aliens.
Maybe it's not obvious, but we both love the original, the Odyssey, if we didn't say that.
I fucking grew up on that shit. My dad would tell me as a bedtime story. I would wait every day.
Same. My father would used to tell me a lot of stories from the Greek mythology, and the Odyssey was my favorite, always.
Yeah.
It's such an epic adventure. And
Yeah,
I don't get that sense from this trailer. It seems like a depressing, exactly like you said, like a depressing, complicated, dark.
They want to make it more gritty and emotional. That's fine.
It won't be emotional. Christopher Nolan has zero emotion in his movies. I'm sorry. No one can tell me he has emotion in his fucking movies, bro. That's the one thing he's
They're
bad
trying
at.
to say Odysseus is a complicated man. He's going to have to show emotions. That's the whole point.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be not in a chronicle because again, this is a Christopher Nolan movie, so it means it won't be the story will not be told in a linear version. It will be some sort of a starting from the end, going to the middle, jumping to the back. That's how he does his thing.
First scene, someone shooting an arrow through like all those rings.
I mean, that's how he edits his movies. A lot of his movies are like scenes that happen in the same time, but in like different, in the same time for the audience, but in a different time in the movie. Anyways, yeah, guys, let us know below if you're also a bit worried about this production, because we want this to succeed. We want this movie to succeed. We want this to be, I don't know if I want it to succeed. I want it to be a good movie. And if it's good, then I want it to succeed.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, that's all we got for you guys right now. Midgame Life Crisis. I am Inconsistency.
I'm a werewolf.
And we are out.
Bye.